going, 5138 Browns Mill Road.
5138
Browns Mill Road.
Lithonia?
It is, I think so. I can't find where I did this underwriting on it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, oh, there it is.
30338. Okay. All right, so give me 1 second. Okay, so he wants 148 for it. It's in bad condition, needs a lot of work. This the one with the land we was talking about?
Yeah, so she said needs a lot of work, no heating or air, and the driveway needs to be redone.
Okay, let me take some notes in the chat so I can keep up with this. All right, 148K. No heat, no heating, no air, HVAC system. Let's say it's gonna cost 5,000. Okay. What else?
It said the driveway needs to be redone. And I mean, that's all they said specifically, but then they said it's in poor condition, needs a lot of work. And then they said no heating, air, and driveway needs to be redone.
Okay. What's the ARV over there?
Well, that's the thing. It's all over the place, but the highest comp that I found was 234. But then there was another comp that was really close, and that one was only 180 or 185, I think.
Okay. If you can remember that,
it was 180 was the lowest one, and then the highest comp was 234.
Yeah, I mean, off the top, I'm thinking they want way too much for it. Like, just like it's really not even close. It needs to be around 100 because with all these issues, if there's no heating and no air, I mean, it's no circulation coming through the house. Could be mold. This and how many? Let me see how many square foot is this. This is 1,100 square feet, a 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Was this the one? No, this is not the one you went to go see before you went to the airport, is it?
No, that's the other one that I was talking to you about yesterday, the one that we were supposed to close on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a different one. This one is from PPCO, so this one would be something we probably wholesale.
Gotcha. All right.
And there was nothing like with just 2 bedrooms though. So like the comps that I have ran for it. So there was one that was 1,031 square feet. That's the one that sold for 234. It was a 3-3, but it was the closest in size.
Okay. All right. So just even though it's on 2.4 acres, from the looks of these pictures, it looked like a lot of this is wooded, so that would need to be developed. Like when you talk to them, what's their temperament? They just said 148. Where they get that number from?
I have no idea. She said at least 148 is what she said. Yeah.
So yeah, we got to bring them back to reality. I mean, we can underwrite this deal all day with just eyeballing it, with all the issues that they said. So just let's think if we did give them 148, the end buyer will have to come in and do an HVAC system. So add 7,000 of that, we have 155.
Mm-hmm.
let's see what else. What else you say? The driveway is another $3K. So we have 158. That we haven't even got inside the house yet. I'm thinking about with that neglect, if they don't have an HVAC and all that stuff, what else they've been neglecting? So I would factor in a $50,000-$60,000 renovation. So we at 205 now.
Mm-hmm.
The lowest comp is 180. I mean, I would say give them an offer for like like this got to be 100. Like this is like 100,000, probably even.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'll say this: just send them an offer and put the ball in their court, because them asking for 148 is they not even being realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It was definitely too much. So I would say, so offer 100 then, and then we.
I'd offer 100. Me personally, I would do a 90, because I mean, I would, because you got to think with all these problems, we probably only gonna be able to mark it up 10 grand.
Right.
Because somebody might laugh at 110 on it. You know what I'm saying? 110 may get it done. But I know if we put 10 on 148 at 158, like we'll just be running in circles.
Right. So really then you don't take in consideration like the land that it sits on, because we're just looking at the property.
Well, yeah, I'm taking into consideration the land too. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let me see. All right. All right. But it looks like this land, let's see. It's a lot of it's very wooded. Was you able to get any pictures? Did they ever send any photos?
No, not yet. I mean, I can definitely try to get some pictures from her and see, because I mean, when she says poor condition, I'm gonna obviously tell her like I really need to see it.
Yeah, and what I would say to them once they send the pictures, I'm be like, I mean, you said it's in poor condition, but you're trying to get it. This won't even go for 148 on the market.
No, definitely not.
Just got to kind of bring it back to reality. Like you already admitted it's in poor condition. Either we're gonna do business or we're not. Like everybody's not the seller. Like but you want to definitely protect your time too with unrealistic sellers. 148 for something that's gonna cost about.
They're all unrealistic though. That's the thing. Like it's just like I've been trying to talk people back to reality for the last few weeks, and it's like they don't even want to listen to that shit. Like they just think like, oh well, it's a seller's market. I do whatever I want, and I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
well, you keep your property. Keep the property.
Like let it sit. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the agents, like some of these agents, they're no better though, because they're listing shit for people for like just crazy prices. And when I tried to talk to one girl a few days ago about this lot that they had put up, and the lot wasn't even worth maybe 70 grand, and they wanted 105. And I'm like, well, my client wants to put in an offer for 80 or some shit. And she was like, I wouldn't even bother. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you wouldn't bother? Like, this shit's not even worth close to 100.
Right.
It's crazy.
Well, but that's definitely offer them like 98 or something. Like that's the best we can do, and and I'll run back those problems she said, like and give her the numbers. The HVAC is gonna be 6,000, driveway is gonna be another 3,000 to 5,000. And we haven't even got inside yet. So, ain't no telling if it's in bad condition on the outside, the inside got to be horrible, complete gut job. So, yes,
right.
go back to them and just send them the offer, put the ball in their court, and go on to the next one.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
That's the only deal you had, right?
That's the only one that I needed to look at. Yeah.
Okay, Marty, what? Give me the details on that deal you sent me.
All right, so most of it is in Monday. I just went on and got the comps earlier today. We got 1559 Ezra Church. They're asking 166,000 for it. It's on the west side of Atlanta, like, so you got comps going up for there's another 3-2 with less square footage, sold for 285. There's another 3-2 with 300 more square footage that sold for 327. I got inside. I talked to the contractor who had been doing it's right now it's currently being rented. The renter is in there for $1,000 a month. The contractor told me 1,100, but the agent just told me 1,000. So I'm gonna go with what she's saying. But they're on month to month. So I was considering like buying and holding, but the real bread in this one is to flip it because they're asking 166. I was gonna come in at 170 with an escalation clause up to even like 180, possibly 190 because it looks like it. I literally talked to the contractor, asked him what he thought needed to be done. He's like, if you're gonna hold on to it, you only got to put like 7,000-8,000 into it. He's like, it needs an updated bathroom upstairs. There was something wrong with the bathroom, and then he's like, well, you can kind of update the kitchen if you want to, but they've been living in it for like 1,000 a month, so like, ain't no point in really going above and beyond. And I asked him, well, if I want to flip it, what are we looking at? He's like, well, you want to get the floors done. You want to do a paint job. It's stucco on the outside, which is, I know that's a problem, but shit, the outside doesn't look bad at all. They can paint it. If it's anything that needs to be patched, we patch it. And then it needs a new kitchen. The kitchen is small though, so we're talking like 25 square feet of countertop. New appliances, of course, and shit, really a new floor, and that's it. Probably like put a bullshit backslash in there and we good. And then bathrooms, I overshot them at 5,000 each, but they're both pretty small bathrooms and would just need to be upgraded. The landscaping outside, you probably take down a couple of trees.
Okay, so you want to hold this one? Can you hear me? Marty. He muted himself.
Going that far just off being in there and seeing how it is and having spoke with the contractor. But if we're in at 37, which is what I anticipated, we're all in at 203, 208 207 if we were to come in at 170. And I believe we can list it for 300. So
you saying you can list it? You saying you can list it for 300?
The one down the street going for 414. And that's significantly higher square footage. I think another bedroom. But the comps I'm looking at, shit, and one just sold for 327 at 300 more square feet. It's a 3-2. It's the same style home. Like as far as like it's a bungalow, and this one has an upstairs with 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. Masters on the main, like legitimately, this shit is a gold mine. Like, to be real with you.
Oh, word. Okay. I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to pull it up right now on Matrix and run the comps with you. 1559. Okay. All right, 1559. Ezra Church. Okay. So this is how, if y'all haven't seen me underwrite a deal before, this is how I do it. I'll pull it up. I pull up the subdivision. I memorize or write down. If I was you, I would write it down, all the key points. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. It was built in 93. The acreage, the square footage, and that's pretty much it, right? So I will get all that information. Then I will go up here and search the subdivision. I will paste. Let me see, I already copied it. I paste it here. I want to see what closed. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see everything. Then if it's too many comps, well, that's why only 4 things came up. But if let's say if 16 matches came up, then I will only go to closed. But I want to see all what's sold, what's on the market, what withdrawn, because once you see all that, it kind of tells a story. All right.
Add in what's pending too.
Yeah, and what's pending too. I clicked all of them. So this one is a 3-2 with 1,300 square feet, built in '93. The highest comp in this area is 277. It's a 3-3 with 1,100 square feet, built in 1952. So that's an older house, and the comps are 177. Marty's looking to get this house for 170. Let's see what type of, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see what type of finishes they put in this house in order to get 277. So I'm pulling it up, checking out what type of work they did on a flip. Okay, pretty decent. They didn't take down any walls. New kitchen. I'm paying attention to everything. You know, everything's gonna leave a clue. All right, let me see. All right, new bathroom. No standing shower. Oh, is that the shower? Okay, separate shower. Okay, they do got it's no glass though. That don't make sense. Okay. Let's see. What else? All right, okay. Procore. Okay, that's the LVP that they put in there. Procore is a good LVP grade. So they put the good grade floors in. Let's see. They got a deck, fenced in backyard, deep backyard. All right. So now y'all seeing these steps, right? I pulled up everything. I'm on the highest comp. I see what type of finishes they got. They sold it for 277. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the tax records and see what they paid for the house. See what people are paying for renovations in this neighborhood. So I'm gonna click right here on the tax records. All right, and I want to go to sales history. Sales history 277. All right, they paid 130 for it in 2020. Marty's gonna end up paying 40,000 more a year later. Not great, but it's not horribly bad. So let's reverse engineer the numbers. If I was to guesstimate what they put into this flip without seeing what it looked like previously, I would at least say anywhere from 45 to 55,000. With this amount of square footage, you know, that's what I'm thinking it'll be. I'll say the same thing on his. So if he's all in at 170, I'm going on my calculator now. If he's all in at 170,000, and y'all can do it with me too, because by me telling you is one thing, but if you do it yourself, you'll get used to doing it. All right, 170, you add let's say a clean 50,000 in renovations. Let's say it costs you 10,000 to borrow the money from the hard money lender overall, because you got holding costs and you got to pay points up front. So you got add 10,000 to that. You all in at 230. You know for a fact that you can sell it for at least 277. But that's not the way comps work, right? Just like they paid 130 a year ago, now he's paying 170. So when I come out the highest comp, I'm gonna go over that comp. So I'm gonna say he could sell it for 285. Plus the subject house is newer. It was built in 93. This one was built in 52. That's worth something. The only thing that kind of hurts, this one had 3 baths. This one got 2 baths. Let's see the acreage, 1.3 acres. How much is this on? This was on 0.17. I would verify this in the tax records. Let me click right here real quick, because it doesn't, when it says other, that means anybody could have put it in. So let me see, let me search. If somebody find it before me, let me know. I'm looking for the square footage. I mean, of the acreage. Let me see, lot area, gross area. Anybody see the acreage? Lot acres.
I'm driving.
0.15. Yeah. So yeah, like I thought. Yeah. So it's not on 1.3 acres. That was wrong. It's on point. It's about the same because this one's 0.17 and that one was 0.15. So they're pretty even right there. This one has 200 more square feet. So I'm saying that you probably can get 285 just to be conservative, mark it up about 8,000 more over that. You probably can get a little more, but I would list it at 285 and let the market bring it up higher than that. Just like that one I just did, listed it for 190. I got 197.
Real quick.
Huh?
Real quick, Shad, which comp are you using? Are you using the 1424 Acreage Street?
I'm using 90 Whitaker Circle. I hadn't even got down to the next one. The next one is 180.
This one sold for 285. That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't see that one on here. Maybe that one is on Georgia MLS. And it's another thing too. So I'm starting here, but if I don't get all the answers here, I'm going to Georgia MLS next because Georgia MLS may have different comps over there. The crazy thing about Atlanta is we got 2 MLSs. So you have to put it in Georgia MLS. You don't have to put it in FMLS. But for me, FMLS is better to navigate. So I always start here first. So once I go finish with this comp and go down to the next one, I'll go over to Georgia MLS and I'll run a quick comp over there as well. So right now I'm looking at, if you pay 170, you're looking at about the same amount of renovation. Let's see what my calculator was saying. So you all in at 230 to make 285. That's 55,000. So that's pretty decent. Let me go over to so this was a 4.2, 1,200 square feet. This one sold for 180. But let's look at the finishes. The outside, I mean, that's why you get 180 for this one. I wouldn't even compare it to the other one. Like, look at the front. It's like a trap house that they put some new siding on and paint. Yeah, so they did a good job with what they had. I'll say that, but it kind of is what it is. But let me go to Georgia MLS real quick.
Yeah, 1424 Acreage Street should have come up in FMLS. That's where I saw it at, but hopefully it's in Georgia MLS. I mean, it should be.
Rashad, it's probably because he might have went out further for the comps.
Yeah, he probably did. And look, so that's what I'm saying. Everybody run comps different. But what I'll do, I go to the subdivision first. If I don't get all the answers there, then I go out.
Right. I think I did go out 0.5, a half a mile down.
Ezra Heights. Let's see, what city is this in? The city of Atlanta. Okay. And also, too, be mindful of this. When you're doing it like I'm doing it with the subdivision, there may be multiple subdivisions with the same name. So sometimes you got to put the city in, too, to get to zero it in. All right. So let's see. Even over here, the highest comp ain't number 275. So, yeah. So this is, so where you see that comp for 285? Because this is the highest comp right here.
I must have went out 0.5.
Okay.
But the address, I can just give you the address so you can look at it. It's 1424 Acreage Street. Acreage is AKRIDGE Street. And that's a 3.2 with less square footage that went for 285. Similar style house, same neighborhood.
Okay, same neighborhood. Okay, cool. So 285, 3.2, 1,200 square feet. All right, so this will be a comp. So let me look at these finishes real quick. They only got one picture up. Okay, but from the outside, it looked like they did a pretty good job with it. So in this case, I would say you could get 285, but still, I would keep it at 285, like I said previously. But in this market, they're gonna bid it up anyway. You know,
Right.
I told you I put a house on the market for 190. They offered me 197, and you know, so it's a lot of crazy things going on. It's a good time to be a seller. I say that. So, what did you go? Did you go on the inside of the house?
Yeah, so I took videos and they were taking forever to upload to Monday. So I just put the pictures up that I took. But I do have videos of the inside. The inside looks pretty solid. They got a whole hell of a lot of stuff in there because they've been living there. But the tenants again are on month to month. It has a pretty spacious garage, 1-car garage. It has there was an issue with the roof that the ceiling rather, well the roof I guess, where the flashing on around the chimney is old and needs to be redone. And I immediately pointed out that it was like a hairline leak. It almost looked like condensation leak. So not like a pouring down leak, just like a droplet. And I talked to him like, I look like what's the deal here? He's like, oh, that's just flashing on the chimney. He's like, that's an easy fix. Like you can get in there, you can get it done. Like I can do that shit for basically like for nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, if that's the most. And I asked him about the roof. He's like, well, the roof doesn't need to be done. It's relatively new. So you're still looking at not much to fix on the house.
Okay. So when you gonna put the offer in? I think it's a decent deal based on what I'm putting in this chat. The ARV, I say 285. So your spread gonna at least be 55, and that's with all expenses paid. But hold on, matter of fact, I didn't factor in the
agent.
Yeah, the agent. Yeah, so let's see. The agent at 285, you're gonna be paying 8,700. 87 if you give 3%.
Or we can pay them 2%, like they be doing me.
Yeah. No, for sure. Hey, I'm telling you, on mine, I do 2% all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a good thing about having your license and selling your own stuff. So, you know, your fees are a little less. So, minus that by 8,700. So you at what, 46K?
Yep.
So those are the numbers. I just put them in the chat. He gonna buy for 170, put 50,000 in it. It's gonna cost them 10,000 to borrow the money. You take out 8,700 for the agent or less, and then they might try to get you on closing costs, but you don't gotta budge on that. So just keep that in mind. All in at 230, ARV 285. You're looking at $46,000. Let's hopefully you can get a contract in that can get you in and out within 3 to 4 months or less. So, do anybody got any questions on that? The one we just underwrote for Amadi. Everything pretty straightforward.
Yeah, my only question would be on the rehab budget, because like I think I have a really good understanding of the underwriting process, but like right now I'm having an issue with coming up with a rehab budget for that one property because I mean I had a contractor walk through and he's supposed to be sending me a budget today, but he said, oh well, you know, it's going to be probably like close to 80 to do it. But when I told the lender that they said 80, they said, well, that's just way too much for something that's only, you know, 1,400 square feet.
Okay. 80,000?
Yeah.
For which one?
For that one in East Point that we underwrote a couple weeks ago.
And that's the one you went inside and you came over 80,000, right?
Yeah, that's the one where, yeah, when we looked at it.
Okay.
But they said that that's too much. I mean, because there's nothing wrong with the property. Most of the work is really just taking down the walls and relaying it out because I'm trying to make it a 3-2 from a 2-1.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I was typing, putting something in the chat. So look, that's what I'm saying. Like when y'all on Monday, like, and especially in the locker room, we got a lot of different resources. Every course that I bought, I put in there. So look, go to the locker room, go to resources, and it's a construction estimator in there that'll help you, you know, figure out what things cost. Like if, let's say for example, you need to fix floors, you're gonna type in the numbers, how many square feet is the house, and they'll do all the numbers for you. So definitely get on that and play around with that until you get comfortable with just eyeballing and estimating it. Even when I estimate, I try to overestimate. So if it comes in less, you know, because, you know, once you start doing these flips, you got to come up with a budget. And every time you can't wait on the contractor to do the budget for you. You got to do the budget yourself and turn it into your hard money lender. So it's good to get good at this, to at least get in the same ballpark. Because what you don't want to happen is, say, for example, you say, hey, the floors are going to cost $5,000. Who knows where you got that number from, right? All right, so you put it on your budget sheet, you turn it into your hard money lender, but the floors ended up costing you $10,000. When it comes time for the draw, they only gonna give you what you put on the budget sheet. So you're gonna be out of $5,000 in the rest of your budget. You know, you just gotta come out of your pocket. So you want to do that less as minimal as possible. So yeah, so play around with that estimator, that deal estimator, everybody. Like it's a link, and then once you click on it, it'll pull up an Excel file. Save it. I got it saved to the top of my you know, whatever you call it up there at the top of your computer. So shortcuts or whatever. But yeah, definitely get on that deal, that contractor analyzer, play around with that, and you know, that'll save you a lot of time.
Okay.
So Shad, I got one last one, man. I'm gonna make it quick though. The one that I saw in Maine, do we have access to money up there?
The money don't have to be in Maine. The money can be anywhere.
All right. Well, I'm just making sure, because when I spoke with Chip, he's like, well, we don't land outside of Alabama, Georgia, and wherever the hell else he said. So I was just making sure.
Yeah. And this is the thing with Chip. Yeah. So Bay Mountain, man, they got so many rules, and that's why it's good to have multiple, you know, multiple lenders. You know, some people land in all 48 states. You know, some people only land in their area. You know, as long as the deal good and the numbers work, that's, you know. So just call around and see who's gonna land in Maine. So you got a crazy deal. Is that one up there by the water?
Man, so it's right near the beach. It's like about, like, I would say 8 minutes away from the beach, and it's like literally on a golf course. Like the backyard is about 15 to 20 feet, and then you got a tee off area. And the one, there are two that were just built next door. One of them sold for $598. The other one sold for $649. They're both 3.3s. The ones that both two that sold, they're 3.3s as well. This one that's coming up is a 3.3. I didn't get a chance to put it in Monday, but what happened with this one is the contractor fucked up basically. So the city put in like a stop work ordinance on it, and they messed up the framing. So there's something wrong with the framing, and I have the code record from the city that the agent provided me earlier today. So she sent me all the code files on this house, and it is selling for $260. I would say it's about 50-ish% done. Like the electricity is already in, the plumbing is already in. They did like some kind of nature friendly or whatever, like energy efficient insulation on it, and they still got most of that shit in the garage. They got that, and they got some other stuff in the garage for the house. And then it's let me see, it is and so they're asking $260. The comp next door, literally next door to it, is $600. Well, $598. At the very worst, we put $100 into it if it even takes $100. I don't know what it is. If it takes $100 to finish it, and the very least is a $200,000 spread.
Okay, all right. So let me run this back. All right. So how much you said they want for it?
want 260 for it.
All right, 260. It's a new construction. They just couldn't finish, right?
Exactly. They somebody messed it up on the framing on the inside, and they had to do a stop work. So we'd have to get permission from the city to go in and finish it, or to fix whatever needs to be fixed. They have to get a civil engineer, or they have to get an architect or something like that to go to give you the plans to finish it. But you would have to get permission from the city to finish it.
All right. So key question. When you say they messed up the framing, what did they mess up? Does it has to be reframed, or is it like, what's the issue?
That I haven't seen yet. That is on the code file that she sent me to my email, and I'll send it to you. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. I've been running around all day. So okay. She sent it to me like earlier today.
I'm typing in the chat just so we can have it.
Okay. And I also don't know how to read code violations or code files and shit like that. So.
Oh no, that's cool. All you gotta do, well, just put this deal in Monday, and then once you find out, we'll just keep updating it. And then what we could do is, when you get that, well, I can read the stop work notice or whatever, but we'll go over that together. But the key thing is finding out what that stop work entailed. What was wrong with the framing? Was it something that could be reframed, or do you have to just, put braces up in the house and totally just redo the whole thing? So that's what we got to find out. That's the key point, because that's going to determine how much more work we have to put into it. And then the ARV is already in the 600. So, I mean, it's sounding, the numbers sounding good. We just got to get the answers and got to get somebody from that city or county office to tell us what's going on with the start work order.
Right.
Yeah.
Rashad, I can't find the estimator. I went to locker room resources, and then I'm looking. It's under investing.
Hold on, I just shared my screen. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Resources. All right, we got investing, acquisition checklist, land development pro forma, multifamily analyzer, build a rent pro forma. And we got everything you need in the world in here. Renovation manual, boom. Okay. All right, this not it, but Amadi, Ayat, y'all starting out to start doing these renovations. It's in your best interest to go through here and read everything in here, because it's taking you step by step, and then you plus hands-on. But this, you got to do it all. Like, you want to read up on it and go out on site and get get experience like that too. But the renovation manual, this is not the one I'm looking for, but it's good to get on that one. Let me see. Let me find what I'm looking for though. Rehab punch list, rehabbing houses for beginners. How to get the lowest bid. I got everything in here but that residential ground up. It should be a Excel file. Let me see.
My phone went out. What are you looking for again?
I'm looking for the construction estimator.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Yeah, but if it's not in here, I'll put it in here and I'm gonna tag y'all so y'all can know where it is, because it's on my computer. That's probably just one of the things that didn't make it in. But if y'all see my screen, everything in here is for you to utilize and to your advantage. How to get the lowest bid, rehabbing houses for beginners, rehab and turnover punch list. I mean, I don't have to read through all of it, but it got everything you need. Like if you get a multifamily deal, I mean, all that, due diligence checklist, acquisition checklist, all that. So, but I'll put it in here as soon as we get off here, and I'll tag everybody in it so we can see it. Let me see if it's in training. and got to the wrong place.
Yeah, because I was actually looking for something like that yesterday when I was just trying to kind of get a feel for, you know, pricing the rehab out, but I just couldn't find anything to use.
Okay, and look, this is another one too, documents. All the different documents you need, letter of intent documents. Let's see. Buyer's guide, properties checklist, you know, cover letters.
Monday, like every day, and I never knew any of this was here.
Yeah. Definitely navigate the locker room. But I'll tag y'all in it once I pull it up on my computer and put it in there. But definitely play around with that deal analyzer. Yeah.
Okay.
Corey, you good? So you got the extension. That's good, right?
No, you have no idea. I was like stressing out last night so badly because I'm like, oh, fuck, they're going to say no. And she ended up just being like, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
So thank God. And then I had to extend the other one that was supposed to close on Monday because I needed to get something from the IRS apparently for the lender, and it's going to take them 5 to 10 days to fucking send it. So we had to extend it for 2 weeks out.
Yeah. So you extended both of them, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully this one that was supposed to do Friday, we're just going to do it next week. So I just need a few extra days.
Okay. Cool. That's good. Okay. So yeah, man, Corey, I tried to see if you had any questions, but you could just hit me on my phone. I'm about to get ready to shut it down. Hopefully I answered y'all questions on these deals. It's being recorded, so I'll save it, and I'll also put it in the resources tab. The portal, so you can in the deal underwriting portal. So we'll be good to go on that. All right. Y'all got any questions before I let y'all go?
Nah, y'all good. I'm gonna be on your horn about this joint in Maine, though.
All right, yeah, for sure. Find out, man, what's going on with it. I'll probably even text you a couple questions to ask, and we can get all our questions answered, and we'll go from there.
All right. That's
all right. Shit, let's hop on a plane to Maine, baby.
Man, I'm already ready. I already got somewhere to
Cheap
stay.
Lobster, that you had me at Cheap Lobster. You had your shirt on, it ain't freezing either. Shit, but all right.
All right, bet.
All right.